enough, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm Brother Jonas, and the title of this video is Equal Rights for Women. The Bible says, I usually don't speak on these types of subjects, and I apologize for neglecting the sisters out there because there are some things that you need to hear because Edom's world have many of your minds turned upside down. So we'll see how many of you get offended, and keep in mind that you're not angry with me, but you're angry with the Most High because he says what I'm going to share with you, and you're going to learn something you didn't know. The Most High made a statement concerning Edom, the so-called white people that's ruling the world today. Obadiah 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? The Most High said, Edom search out everything, and I mean everything. Who do you see in space? Who do you see digging up the lands of every nation looking for artifacts and stealing from other nations? You know, like Indiana Jones. And who do you see in the oceans? And you may have noticed this before. White people want to know everything that's going on with you. Very nosy. The Most High said concerning the laws of the Bible that Christianity says are done away with, he said in Jeremiah 31 verse 36, if those ordinances depart from before me, meaning the laws, if they depart from before him, saith Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So the laws aren't going anywhere. They're not done away with, and they're not going anywhere. Now, concerning things searched out, Jeremiah 31 verse 37. Thus saith Yahweh, if heaven above can be measured, if man can measure heaven above, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, and if he can search out the foundations of the earth, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh. Now the Most High has a sense of humor. You got to be able to see this because he knows that Edom can never, ever measure heaven above. And we know he tries. You've seen the History Channel or the PBS channel, or those shows where they're trying to determine how big the universe is and is expanding. No, it's coming back in on itself. All this crazy mess that they talk about. The Most High also knows that Edom can't search out the foundations of the earth beneath. They can't even search out the oceans. If they could, he would cast off all the seed of Israel for all that we have done. But we ain't going anywhere except the kingdom of heaven or the lake of fire. I said all of that to say, if you can find that women are equal with men in the Bible, then I will not speak on that subject in my remaining days in the flesh. Satan has planted a narrative of rebellion in the minds of women, and I'm more concerned with Israelite women. Let me help you get started on your quest, and maybe you will see that your efforts are futile. If man and woman are equal, surely the Most High created them at the same time. Let's see. In the first day, or the first 1,000 years of creation, the Most High created the stars and planets in second heaven we call space. In the second day, or the second 1,000 years, the Most High began to form the earth. In the third day, or third 1,000 years of creation, the Most High finished forming the earth and all the flora and fauna, plants, trees, and grass. In the fourth day, or fourth 1,000 years of creation, the Most High created the sun and moon for light, for the earth, and to divide the day and night. In the fifth day, or fifth 1,000 years of creation, the Most High created all living creatures in the oceans and in the air. In the sixth day, or sixth 1,000 years, the Most High created all land creatures and creepy things, bugs. Then the Most High said, Genesis 1, verse 26. And the Most High said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. The Most High said, let them, speaking of man, have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. Where is woman mentioned here? Where is the woman mentioned here? In this dominion over the earth and all that's in it. Verse 27. So the Most High created man in his own image. In the image of the Most High created he him. Male and female created he them. Now, this sounds like he created Adam and Eve at the same time, but he didn't. Adam was around a long time during the sixth day, or 1,000 years of creation, before the Most High created woman. What took place in the sixth day, or 1,000 years before Eve was created? We start where Adam was created. Let's go to Genesis 2, verse 7. And Yahweh, the Most High, formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So Adam became a living soul. Now Adam was in another place. He will be put in the Garden of Eden. Verse 8. And Yahweh, the Most High, planted a garden eastward in Edom, and there he put the man whom he had formed. So when Adam was created, he was not in the garden. He was then put in the garden after he was created. Now, the Most High put Adam in the garden. There is no woman at this time during the sixth day, or 1,000 years. So you see, the Most High made the garden to grow while Adam was in it. This took place before Genesis 1, verse 27, before woman. Genesis 2, verse 15. And Yahweh, the Most High, took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Yahweh, the Most High, commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. Where is Eve in all of this time? Not yet created. And another question for you. During this time while Adam was in the garden and the trees were there, why didn't Satan come talking to him about those trees? Yeah, he knew Adam wouldn't have went for that. Let's go to verse 18. And Yahweh, the Most High, said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. Is the Most High going to create woman now? No, not yet. Verse 19. And out of the ground, Yahweh, the Most High, formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. So the Most High made man, or Adam, before he made the land animals and birds, and creepy things, and woman. Even the animals were created before woman. So how is it you think you deserve equal rights? Now, don't get me wrong. Women deserve to be treated with the utmost respect and not degraded, and deserve the same pay for the same job done and the same rights under the law. But that's it. So you put yourself above equal with a man when you get pregnant and decide to have an abortion without the father's permission. If the father wants the child, make him agree in writing to take the child and raise it and be responsible for it without your concerns, and give up your parental rights. That's better than abortion. Even consider adoption. But no. When it comes to you and something of someone else, you want all the rights. Come on, sisters. You can't have it like that. It's my body. I do what I want to do with this baby. No, that's not the way to be. See, that's the way Satan has twisted your mind. Let's go to Genesis 2, verse 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. So Adam naming every living creature took a long time. This was not something that was done in a few days. Some years had passed. This didn't all take place in a few days. Although if you look at TV and movies, things pass very, very quickly, and that gives a false impression. No helpmeet was found among the animals. So the Most High decided to create woman for man. She would be similar to man because she is made from man, not man from woman. Verse 21. And Yahweh, the Most High, caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib, which Yahweh the Most High had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. If you notice, the Most High didn't breathe life or spirit into the woman as he did with man. The woman's spirit is weaker than man's spirit. She has a portion of what man has. She was taken from man, just as a man have a smaller portion of what the Most High has. Do you see the ranking or hierarchy? The Most High, Christ, man, woman. That's the ranking. That's the hierarchy. So where are the equal rights? There were none and are none, as it was intended from the beginning. The Most High said, I will make an helpmeet for him. The Most High will make a helper, not a 50-50 partner, not someone equal in all things, not someone equal in physical and mental strength. Women, you are emotional, especially when your hormones are at a high level. That makes you weaker, not equal. So where do you see equality? The Most High gave dominion over the earth to the man. Where is equality? Genesis 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Because you are weaker, Satan came to you and not Adam. Remember, Adam was in the garden long before woman, and Satan did not approach him in any way, shape, or form. Because you weakened man by convincing Adam to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the Most High further added to your weakness. The Most High said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In sorrow you will bring forth children. Childbirth will be very painful. And your desire will be to your husband, and he will rule over you. And he will rule over you. If there is no equality, then there is no equal rights. And if you don't believe that, then simply look at the plight of our people in the world today. We are on the bottom. And what equal rights do we have? None. Let's go to 1 Peter 3, verse 5. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. So what is subjection? That sounds like a bad word for many of you, strong-minded, strong-willed women. Believe me, it's a curse if you don't hearken to it. Subjection, the act of subduing, the act of vanquishing and bringing under the dominion of another. So, the holy women also, which you should be striving for, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, made themselves beautiful, being in subjection or bringing themselves under the dominion of their own husbands. This is how you, as a woman, make yourself beautiful to the Most High, by knowing your position, by knowing your place in rank. How do you meal out equal rights and be a holy woman? Now, I know for many of you, you're thinking outside of the home, for equal rights. But remember, this is and always will be a man's world, from now until forever. 1 Peter 3, verse 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. You are daughters of Sarah. Ephesians 5, verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. The church, or the congregation of Israel, is subject to Christ. We are not equal with him, the Most High said, so let the wives be subject to their own husbands in everything. The church, or the congregation of Israel, is subject to Christ. We are not equal with him, the Most High said. So let the wives be subject to their own husbands in everything. Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. The men are to love their wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. But ladies, don't confuse love with you wanting or thinking that you should have equal rights. Ladies, you should be striving to be a daughter of Sarah, looking at your husband as your Lord, because he is your Lord, whether you agree with it or not. Work with your husband, help him, support him in his efforts of righteousness, not wickedness. Maintain even when he doesn't. Be an anchor of stability and a pillar of strength during his weakest time. In other words, be that helper that the Most High intended. Leave hunting and pillaging for equal rights to the heathen. That's their thing. Their days of equal rights are about over anyway. We know this. Look at the signs. Peace to you, Israel. TikTok.